Hey, Sam's mom. Horses are out early today, about a hour early, because, hey, Hillary, because it's time to fill our hay nets, and my husband brings the bobcat in here, and the horses are, we don't always let them out, but if I can, I try to let them out when the bobcat's in here because they get a little bit skittish and antsy about it. So, I've just got to get this sucker out. Oh, dang it. Oh, there it goes. So, we're going to fill. He's going to get the bobcat. He's on his way to get the bobcat now. And then our hay is right there. So then he'll bring it in. And then we have to put it in here. And sometimes right now the puppers, what are you doing, girl? Rolling? Have a good roll. Lately, we've had to do a little fixing on the hay before we put it in. So long story short, hey Danetta. So long story short, we're gonna get this done today, and it'll be good to have it done. There's a couple things. My hay net is going to crap, and it has holes in it. The normal hay net that I use for my big round bale, and so that is an expense. Secondly, on Monday, my farrier is coming, and we all know that's expensive. But the last time he cut them, we kind of I trimmed. I waited a little bit too long to trim, so he said I definitely needed to cut them a little bit closer together this time to make up for it, which I understand. And it was a whole bunch of things happened. We had so much rain that I didn't want to have him come and work in the mud, and so everybody, well, not Phoenix. Phoenix will not be seeing the farrier, but everybody else will be seeing the farrier on Monday, which will be $200. And it's just one thing after the next, after the next, after the next. But I need to get a new hay net. We're going to have the farrier come. And then yesterday I ran out of feed. Again, like Phoenix eats so much. And every time I go and get Phoenix's mix of feed, it's $80 every time I go. And I probably go once a week. Like, I think my mixture of feeds only lasts him a week. So once a week I got to go, and every time it's $80. And then we got rain. So I had to buy extra bedding because it's like a swamp, and the horses, like, I want to keep, especially Phoenix with his feathers and stuff, I want to keep him out. So it's just been like one thing after the next with the horses. But that's what horse ownership is, and I knew that before I got into this. So we're coming upon some very hot weather here in Minnesota. And next week's supposed to be in the 90s. And I had wanted to start work on this project on transforming and combining the horses and getting everybody put together. And then I was going to have a little holding spot just for Phoenix to have him come into, almost like a little stall where he'll come into. There'd be a gate for it just so that he can be separated to eat, because I still have to feed Phoenix 3 to 4 times a day, but I'd like the horses to be combined. They've been combined in here a couple times now, and they're doing really good with it. And Phoenix is the boss, but he's a good boy. He's not a mean boss. He's definitely top of the pecking order, but he's not mean. And so they're getting along well, and I think it would be best to have them all combined. I mean, that's what we planned on doing. But with this hot weather coming, I'm not having Mike and I work in the heat to try to do this. So I'm just going to keep him separated for another week. We're knocking out that wall right there and making a huge run through area because we're going to have 4 horses in here. But I can't expect Mike to come home, work all week, and then come home afterwards and work on this in that kind of heat. So I'm holding off on that project. We wanted to get it started, but it's just not going to happen. And then, we're going to extend our fence too, but nothing is bad the way it is. Everything's working the way that it is. I have to pop this open because this is the way he's going to come in to put the hay in here. Nothing's bad the way it is. It's just something I'd like to have done. Oh man, the bugs are terrible. Wonder if I have... Bugs are just absolutely bad here. Oh yeah, here it is. Need some bug spray. Yep, I've had issues with heat. So has my daughter, and I don't try to push it anymore. And if something can wait, it can wait. And this project can wait. I'm excited. I want to get it done, and I really want to do it, but it can wait. It's just fine the way things are. It's a little bit of dinking around because my other horses go up the top. I have to undo their fence. Then Phoenix down here goes out the bottom, so I have to undo his fence. And I have to bed 2 different horses, and I have to bed 2 different horses, and I have to water 2 different water troughs. It would be much easier to have everyone combined. Even if I have to pull him out to eat, it would be easier to have everyone combined, but I'll get there. We'll get there. Hey, Mary! Hey, everybody. So, welcome to the chat. I'm not probably going to be on here for long because, once again, Mike's going to get the bobcat, and we're going to put in another hay bale up top. That's another thing we have to talk about. Hay. We have to store our round bales, and it's getting to be where second crop is coming in now for people, and we need to secure some round bales for the winter. That up there is going to be gone by the time we hit winter, and we have to start figuring out where we're getting it from and get the funds and get that. And I'll tell you right now, we're probably going to need 30 round bales for the winter. I think close to 30. And I don't know what the going rate is, but I think it's close to 90 or $100 per bale, because we get big bales. So let's just say there's a huge expense in hay coming up so that we can feed the horses for the winter. Yeah. Yeah, it's expensive, but they have to eat. Everybody has to eat. And then my minis have small squares, and they're sitting pretty good now, but we're going to have to fill their little shed where we keep theirs. We're going to have to fill that for the winter for the minis to eat, because they get the little square bales. So, hey, Hay. Here's James. Hey, James. Hey, buddy. Say hi to everybody. Oh, here comes Dad, buddy. Here you go. You can get down. Here he comes with the skid steer. Right there. He brought the forks in the bucket, so he must be, he's gonna do something with the bucket while he's here. I'm not sure if he's gonna scoop out the inside of the horses. Like, in here gets pretty gross. He might be gonna scoop that out today, I'm not sure, because he usually just brings the fork. But he's got the bucket too, so I'm not sure. He has a plan up his sleeve. Hi, Bumpus. So, yeah, guys, as for expenses, how many acres are you on? So we're on, I think you're talking to us, we're on 5, 6, 7, 7.5, including our home territory, but our horses take up about 6 of that. Maybe a little less than 6. And this is in Minnesota, everybody. We could cut some of our pasture hay, but with Phoenix on the pasture, there's not going to be a whole lot of hay to cut. Also, our pasture is a lot of alfalfa, and that doesn't work so well to give the horses because when the alfalfa is hay, it's extremely coarse, and that's another thing that I should probably specify, guys. When we go buy hay, we have to be very picky. Norman is missing teeth. Moo is old and doesn't have very good teeth. Lovey is also old, but she can eat really well, and she's not missing teeth. But Phoenix is also missing teeth and has serious issues. When we go get hay, we can't just be like, oh yeah, let's just go buy some hay. You know what I mean? I have to be extremely picky. We have to get horse hay. We have to get second crop. We have to get soft hay, no alfalfa, because the alfalfa is just too coarse for them. And they don't like it, and they don't eat it well. And then you have all kinds of issues with weight, not gaining weight. So when I go buy hay, I can't just be like, oh, I'll just, get some hay. Nope. And no dust, absolutely no mold. It has to be completely dry. I mean, you ask Mike, my sweet husband. I am so picky because I'm not getting something my horses aren't going to eat, and I got to take care of them. And I'm not going to have them just eating something because they're so hungry and have nothing else to eat. That's just not fair to them. I know they all. When we rescued them, I know they have issues, and I know they have problems, and they need a very good quality hay. So, yep, grass, hay, yep, grass, hay, or orchard grass, yep. Yep, yes, yep. I don't have to do my hay at all. I can't. I really can't. I can't afford to do that. I can't afford the health problems that would come with that. So I try to treat them well and give them good, very good quality hay. Now, my vet did say that no matter how well I do fattening Phoenix up, because of some of the issues he has, he'll always need grain. So it's not like some of the other horses that I've had where I put them on a feed program. Once they start turning the corner, we stop the grain and they just get grain occasionally. That won't be the case with Phoenix. Phoenix will constantly need supplement food on top of his daily rations because on top of hay, he will always need food. How much? I don't know. He's still quitting quite a bit on hay, which sucks. It's such a waste, and it sucks to watch. He's still struggling on hay. Um, I don't know how that's gonna work because right now he's getting like supplemental feed from pasture, so I'm not having to like feed him all. soaked feed because he's getting food from pasture and he's actually able to process that better. But if he doesn't get to a point where he can eat hay, uh, it's not going to be good because you can't afford to feed a horse soaked feed solely, nor can you afford the time to do it because it's extremely time consuming. So right now, in the summer, he at least has the pasture that he can eat. But when that's gone, if his teeth are not under control and he can't figure out how to eat, we're going to have some serious problems. Yes, I do. The last batch of hay we got, both batches actually, we had 2 batches of hay that we got from 2 different people because one guy didn't have enough. And both of them, it's very local. Like, so we know, like, oh, it's been dry. We know, like, the seasons, and my husband comes from a farming background, so he knows when it's going to be, like, good hay. Good haymaking time, you know, if you just had rain and someone's selling bales, you can be a little bit cautious about that. You know what I mean? But we buy very locally, like within 15 minutes of our home. So we've had last year, I mean, we've had some fantastic people sell to us that sell 4 horses. Look at them out there. I don't know if you guys can see them. But here the bale comes. I can see that he's coming up here. So I need to actually go because I have to get my net ready. And then I have to go and tie I'm going to try to put the net on. The net is literally, it's seen better days. I need a new hay net. And I've kind of been putting off getting it, but I need a new hay net. But I'm going to try to use the one I have this time. But anyways, guys, I have to run. Oh, thank you. Yes, these are zippers. And I bought them off Temu, and they were like $1.50. So if you like cheap, and I have pretty sensitive skin and sensitive ears, and for some reason, I can do the Temu earrings, and I love them. Cheap. They also have safety pins. I love the safety pins and the scissors. The scissors are my favorite. But yes, the zippers are nice too. Temu, I'm telling you, I like cheap. Okay, guys, I absolutely have to go because he's coming up here and I'm not ready. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for chiming in. See you.